Hey, we're here in the Hoyt booth with Kevin Wilkie, and he's the pro staff manager for Hoyt, and he's got a great new bow to show us. Kevin?
So yeah, this is our new Nitrum series. When I say series, that means you can get this bow in 4 different configurations. We start out with the Nitrum 30 for the 30-inch axle to axle. We've got the Nitrum Turbo, it's a 33-inch axle to axle. And here I'm holding the 34, and you can also get this 34 in a long draw edition. So same bow, but 4 different geometries. They all carry the same technologies and whatnot, just depending on your size or your style of shooting. Whether you're a tree stand hunter or a guy out west, you might have a different desire for the size of bow you want.
Guys, the fit and finish on this bow is second to none. The brown anodizing is phenomenal, and they've done reliefs in the bow to reduce the weight. And something that I really like, I don't know if you can see it, we'll do a close-up later, is they relieve the front in front of the grip on the riser here. And for us guys that like to grip the riser in the front, that's a place to index your fingers, so you're on the riser the same way every single time. There's a rubber shelf pad which quiets the bow down. What does this shoot feet per second wise?
So it depends on the model. The 30 comes in at 332 ATA feet per second. The turbo is up to 350, and the 34 is at right around the 330 mark. And the long draw, since we don't clock it at ATA, it's going to be a little faster, but it comes in right on par with the 34.
Is there anything else special? I mean, the bow is absolutely beautiful. Everything on this, the graphics, you've got the air shocks on this.
Yep.
Can you tell us something about those?
You bet. So the air shocks, we came out with them a couple years ago. Basically what they do is they act as a shock absorber for the limbs. Through all of our testing and just learning from our pro shooters, anytime you add weight to the cam or to the limb, your accuracy is decreased. So we try to keep our cams as lightweight as possible, as well as the limbs. And they can freely move. As you draw them back, the limbs flex away from the shock. And as you shoot, they run into these soft rubber dampers, which really kills the vibration instantly. It almost works as the same concept as your string stop. It allows something really soft landing pad for your string. Same concept on the limbs.
For guys that don't know, the air shock on the Hoyt, what's unique about it is when you draw the bow, the limbs flex, and this is stationary. It stays in one place, so it's not connected to the limb. So when the limb recoils from the shot, it's an actual backstop, just like Kevin said, like this down here, which actually decreases vibration quite a bit. I noticed, are these draw link specific, or are they adjustable?
So they're adjustable. Each cam size, we have 3 cam sizes, number 1, a number 2, and a number 3. The reason we scale our cams down is so they get a full rotation regardless of your draw length. What that means for you as a bow hunter, especially if you're in that shorter draw length range, the easy way to do it would to take this bigger cam and just stop it short for the shorter draw lengths, but you lose a ton of performance. So if you're really comparing apples to apples, you look at a bow's speed rating at 30 inches, they might be equal, but with our bow, since we scale down our cams, when you get down into like the 27 and 28 inch draw length range, which most guys are at, on average we're about 20 feet per second faster than our competitors that are ranked at the exact same speed or even faster at the 30-inch mark. So we do that for performance. As you look at our bows and you draw them back, you'll notice they always get a full cam rotation.
I think what Kevin's saying is one size bow doesn't fit all. I think that's been a problem in the industry for a few years now. You're losing cam efficiencies by not letting the cams rotate and give you the full power cycle. It's like short stroke in a car engine. So the last question is, what will these retail for?
So we're right around, depending on the color and the model, MSRP is right around the $1050 mark. So when Hoyt invented the cable guard back in the 80s, we were the first company to ever put a cable guard on a bow. Ever since then, cable guards have all had one inherent problem. As a bow is drawn back, the tension goes from the string to the cables. The cables harness the power of the limbs, right? So as this tension increases, it adds a torque to the riser. So as you draw the bow back, it'll twist a little bit. It's hard to see, but if you were to actually measure it or put it in a machine to draw the bow back, you can see the riser flexing and twisting in your hand.
So that gives you lefts and rights.
Correct.
Missing to the left or right.
And another way that you can notice that is like looking at the alignment of the bow after it's sighted in. You can see where your sight pins line up. In the past, most hunting style bows, the pins would line up a little bit left of center on a right-handed bow when you eyeball down the center shot. and that's just showing that the riser is doing a little bit of flexing and twisting in your hand. So what we've done is we've added a flexible arm to reduce the tension of the cables, but more importantly, and unlike other ordinary cable guard systems, we've reverse mounted the pivot point.
Right.
So it pivots from the rear instead of the front. So as you draw this back, it's not flexing this way in your hand. It's not being torqued around or twisted. The tension of the cables and being reverse mounted, they equal each other out. So essentially this riser stays nice and straight as you draw back. From being at brace height to full draw, it stays in a nice straight line. Once I've sighted this bow in and I look down the string and line it up with the arrow, the pins line up really well. They're right in line with the arrow.
So this is really inventive, because this is great engineering, because other flexible cable guards, they're anchored on the riser. So as the flexing body, the cable guard flexes, it's at the end of a fulcrum, at the end of a lever, which is increasing the torque on the riser.
Exactly.
They mounted the pivot points away from the riser, so it's bending towards the riser, which shortens the arm, the fulcrum, which reduces torque on the bow when you're shooting. Is that right?
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
All right, that's a really innovative feature. This is
a new patented feature for us this year. We have this technology on the new Nitrum series, as well as our Carbon Spider ZT series.
That is a great innovation. We've all seen the flex guards, and they do help with torque, riser torque, but this is a better way of doing it. And we're flipping the lever arm around. It's a great innovation. We appreciate you sharing that with us.
You bet.
Thank you, Kevin. All right, take like a quarter step that way. There you go. Don't want to invade your space.
Yeah, don't get in my bubble.
You're in my bubble. Bubble.